Okay. So you want to learn how to do an upstart, but you haven't got a clue where to start? If that's the case, then keep watching this video. Today, I'm back with Lydia, and we are back on the old trusty high bar. In the last video of Lydia, you saw her doing some really high swings and even a couple of giants, but today we're going to focus on the upstart. The upstart is one of the first skills that you should be learning on the high bar, and it also just so happens to be one of the skills that is on the BSR gymnastics test, which, as we know by now, Lydia needs to achieve. Lydia has done upstarts in the past, so this video is going to be more about showing you guys what you can do to start getting your upstart really good. The prerequisite skills for an upstart are the ones that I've just showed you. A nice float on the bar and a lovely leg lift. If you can do both of these, you have all the requirements needed in order to start doing an upstart. You just now need to start doing some drills that's going to help you go from below the bar to above the bar. And with that being said, let's get straight into it. The first drill we're going to do to help you guys understand how you can go from below the bar to above the bar is doing a feet supported upstart or a straight arm muscle up. Before we do the full skill, all we're going to think about doing is extending our legs and bringing our hips up towards the bar, almost like you're trying to get the gap between your hand and your hips to be quite narrow. Good. Lovely. Good. Once you can do that, all it is a case of doing is now jumping off of the block, bringing those hips up close to the bar and bringing your elbows, shoulders and nose all the way forward so you finish on top of the bar. Lift. Bosh, and get over. Very nice. And then lift. Nice, good. Think about putting the bar even closer to your hips. Yep. Nice, beautiful. When it comes to doing this one and any kind of upstart, if when you're doing it, you're just thinking about yanking on the bar and not letting your hips rise up close towards your hands, that is gonna make everything super, super hard. So be really patient, let your hips come up towards the bar, then put the effort into shifting over. Nice, one more. Good. Next one is a little bit of a step up, but this is one of my favorite drills in helping people understand how to bring their legs in from the float and then get a nice lift up super strong. So, Lydia, underneath the bar for me. So you're gonna shuffle yourself all the way forward. You're gonna hold onto the bar until you feel your shoulders are in a little bit of a stretch position. From there, we're then gonna bring our shins and our toes all the way up towards the bar. Once you get to here, we then wanna think about our toes and our shins sliding all the way close towards the bar so your hips can rise up nice and close, and eventually you'll end up on top. When it comes to doing this one, you don't necessarily need a spot to do it, but if you are finding it quite difficult to do or impossible, then I would recommend you get someone to give you a hand. So for the first one, I'll give Lydia a little bit of a helping hand, then after that, she's gonna give it a send. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Nice, good, hips up more. As you can see from Lydia's first attempt, she did a pretty good job, but she is snatching a little bit early and didn't quite get hips up to the bar. If this is you, then I'd recommend you give this drill here a little bit of a try. You get yourself Mr. Matey Boy, a big thick band to start off with, then you gradually reduce the band size. Put the band on your back, just like so. Put your hands inside the band and hold on to the bar. Then lay down in that same pike shape and think about sliding your shins up to the ceiling and bringing your hips to the bar. Back down slow and lift. And strong. Oh yeah. And back down, good. Lift up strong. Good. And back down. So now, let's take it back. Good. And as you push up, keep your feet in front. Don't let your feet go back behind you. There you go. That was much better.
Yeah.
Yes. Nice. Now, as you can see, this drill isn't necessarily perfect. It doesn't need to be perfect right away. It just needs to be good enough to get the motion in there. Next drill. Once you can do that drill, get yourself a band, put it onto the bar, and stand with your feet inside it. From there, we're going to hold onto the bar, jump into a float, and upstart using the band. In the onset, you can use as thick of a resistance band as you need, but I would recommend you do no less than the purple band. Green band looks fun and feels fun, but you're not really getting anything out of it. So, purple band maximum, and then the thinnest band you've got before you inevitably try it by yourself. Jump and pike, float, leg lift, and rise up nice and strong. The biggest mistakes that people make when they're doing the upstart is usually one of these three. Either as their toes get towards the bar, they don't let their feet come all the way in and they try and attempt the upstart too early, like this. Second mistake, you don't let your hips rise up and come close to the bar, which is going to force you to snatch it and bend your arms. And number three, not being patient when bringing those feet in, rising those hips up, and then putting the effort to get onto the bar. There's no point in trying to get on top of the bar when you're still underneath here. You want to make sure you've done your leg lift, your hips are up nice and strong, your body is here, horizontal, then you put the effort into getting on top of the bar and you won't be wasting your time. Pike, hips up, and leaning forward. And as you can see, I end up on top of the bar in a beautiful shape. Lydia, let's have it, mate. Nice. Beautiful. And this one, in my opinion, is absolutely awesome, especially if you're someone that's trying to complete this test or learn these skills on your own. You don't necessarily have a coach at hand. Having the band there is like having a nice little mini coach spotting you the whole way. So, feet out, leg lift, warm, then come on top. Last one with this band. Lovely jubbly. Right. Boom, bam. Good, extend was lovely. Now, yeah, now bring your shins up closer rather than your toes. Boom, shins, and we're going that way. Nice. Once you can do this one with light resistance bands, there's two approaches you can either do. You can either find the coach at your gym and ask them to spot you a couple of times so you can get the feeling without the bands, or you can just do attempt after attempt after attempt. There are going to be many fails when it comes to doing this upstart. Learning the upstart on bar is the equivalent of learning how to circle on mushroom. It takes a good little while to get consistent and to do it well. But that doesn't matter. All gymnastic skills and all tricking skills are difficult to get. That's why you want to learn them, mate. So let's get a couple of attempts in with me helping you, Lydia. Then we'll let you have a couple of attempts and see how we go. It has been a good few months since Lydia has done upstarts, and she's been focused on lots of other skills for this stunt register, such as climbing and swimming. So we'll let her off if these aren't 10 out of 10 today. Good. Let the hips extend that a little bit more, just a tiny bit. Good. Lovely, very nice. Best one yet. We're cooking now, people. Yes. No, that was good, that was good. Yeah. Keep on top of the bar more. Yes. Nice, good. And as you can see, we've now got some lovely upstarts going with Lydia. At this point, all that's left to do is continue doing attempt after attempt after attempt until eventually you get yourself above the bar. Like I said previously, this is a process, so I would 100% make sure you're starting from the beginning, do all the drills, so you're ingraining all of those good habits in there before you start sending it, and then you're gonna give yourself a much higher likelihood of you actually getting this upstart done. Ooh, okay. Okay. Bloody hell, first attempt, mate. She ain't playing around. And there we go, mate. Absolutely smashed the upstart. That's probably the best one you've ever done, mate. Yeah. Love that. Beautiful. Jump, jump. Nice. Good job, mate. Loving that. One more for good luck. Yep. Beautiful. Well done.
Oh, yeah.
Love that for me, mate. Good. Very nice. And there we go then, people. That was how you guys can learn how to upstart. That's been all. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you guys want to learn how to swing on a high bar like a pro, make sure you scan this QR code or you click the link in the description and you can gain access to that guide completely for free. I've been me. Lydia's been Lydia. This has been the bar. Peace. Lovely.